What's up YouTube, it's your boy Pohltergeist, back again with another ghost video reaction. This time we're going to be doing Fearsome top 5, top 7 scary ghost videos to make your heart pound. Let's get right into it.
Welcome to Fearsome top 5. Today we're taking a look at some of the scariest videos that
Hopefully there's
have
something
never
good.
been explained. Number 1. Over on TikTok, a man named Scott Seuss often posts videos of himself working on cars. And because of his strong love
Turn
of
this
cars,
fan off.
he has a security camera set up so he can always keep an eye on them. Well, late one night,
It's a good
he
idea.
received a notification from this camera, and when he took a look at the footage, he saw this.
Driveway Ghost is back.
Back. So you got multiple videos of the
I'm gonna
driveway
walk
ghost.
through it. Here, hold this. So we're here. Just show these fools. It's not a local crackhead. Keep it like keep it where you can see that.
That's the local crackhead in the safety jacket. Okay. Going out here checking him out. Hey man. Wait, so there's no one there? What? My boy turned into a lighthouse. But you can see that there was somebody there and now there's nobody there. But now it looks like there's somebody there again. Or was I missing it? It looks like there's somebody standing there. That's gotta be a reflection then. Right? Off of one of the cars or something.
What looks like a glowing figure can be seen standing in the middle of the cars.
Glowing figure is a stretch. I don't know if you can really call that a glowing figure, but it looks like something is lit up like a safety vest. Or like some sort of reflective tape.
Scott couldn't believe his eyes and immediately went outside in an attempt to debunk this. And
I want to see the same camera but at daytime.
strangely enough, as his flashlight illuminated the area, this figure vanished. He then stood in the exact spot illuminated the attempt to debunk this. And strangely enough, as his flashlight illuminated the area, this figure vanished. He then stood in the exact spot where this figure was to prove that there was absolutely nothing there. But
Yeah, there was
enough,
absolutely
as soon
nothing
as he
there, you're
walked
right.
away, the figure can once again be seen. So was this something paranormal?
No,
I'll leave that up to you.
it
to
was not.
decide.
It was absolutely not.
Number 2.
Not scary, not a ghost.
TikTok user Mary Cruz Lopez 133 posted a video in October of 2022 of something she can't explain.
Bit together.
While at a horror attraction, she couldn't help but notice a replica Annabelle doll locked inside a glass case. Not wanting to pass up on the opportunity, she
Bro, don't
began
even-
recording a
Don't ever fuck with anything that looks like an Annabelle. I don't care if it's a fake Annabelle. I don't care if they bought it from Walmart. Just don't. You don't need dolls, man, like that. No, look at that. It's terrifying. Like, why would you even?
video with this infamous doll.
Who would want that
And
around?
while recording, something
As a horror fan,
absolutely
as a horror fan who collects things, like, who would want that?
chilling was caught on camera.
Maybe if it was like I plan to one day open a bar that's horror movie themed, and I would put that in it. In that case, it's acceptable. But as soon as strange shit starts happening, going in the dumpster, Annabelle. Are the eyes gonna turn? Please say the eyes turn. But don't worry, hand. I don't need you to tell me to look at the doll. Oh. It's gotta be rigged. It's gotta be rigged though, right? It's gotta be rigged. Like, come on. Can't tell me whoever made that doll didn't rig it to do that. It's a gimmick. They probably bought it from what's the Halloween store? Spirit, you know.
While recording, the doll's eyes darted to its right, seeming to look at Mary. Although she didn't notice this in the moment, this terrifying footage sent chills down her spine when she later reviewed the video. As you all know, I am not a fan of dolls. And if I had it my way, Annabelle
Nor should
would
you
have
be.
a grenade strapped to her face. Number 3. A woman named Martina has been documenting the haunting in her home on TikTok for the last 2 years. Her unexplainable experiences have led her to believe that a dark presence is purposely tormenting her and her young children. With cameras set up throughout the house, she's always ready for whatever may happen next. Well, recently, this camera managed to catch proof of this spirit in action.
Okay, let's see it. It's okay. What? There's all sorts of strange things about that.
As her son was playing in the living room, the basketball on the floor incredibly began bouncing on its own, somehow levitating into the air, then bouncing over and over. This sudden activity sent them into a panic as they
I'm just trying to figure out how you fake this, because
quickly ran out of the room. But unfortunately,
there has to be a
this was
way to
nothing
fake that.
compared to what was caught on camera next.
But do these people have the abilities, technology, and, you know, skill and time to devote to faking it? Like, is it really worth their time to become TikTok famous, to do all this, to be so elaborate? Probably not, right? This is a family. What the fuck was that? In the door.
This was nothing compared to what was caught on camera next.
Like, what is that? Bro, not only that, but what is this doll over here on this dresser? That thing is scary as shit by itself. Why do y'all just have that? Get rid of that. That's probably where all these problems are coming from. But there's somebody in the fucking, that's a person.
Oh my god.
She saw it.
Oh my. Nothing.
Bro, how are you not scared?
What is this? Oh my god.
Try the door.
What the hell is that locking door? No, it's okay.
What?
Bro, what the hell is going on here? I don't understand. Okay, so this is one of those videos that's too good to be true, right? Like, they have a full body djinn appearing in their corner of their door. Not only that, but you see that apparition, and then you also see other stuff happening where that was not. So you got stuff going on in 2 different rooms. You got a whatever the hell that was up there. You got the door shutting on its own from the opposite side of where the apparition is, and then you got stuff being thrown at the kid, this thing falling off the high chair. It could be an elaborate hoax, and it seems like it is. It's just crazy to me that these people are so dedicated to it.
While in her room with her kids, something dark can be seen peering in from the top of the doorway. The
Something dark, aka somebody in a morph suit.
kid's toy then somehow got knocked to the floor, and as Martina went to pick it up, she noticed this figure. She quickly grabbed her baby and went to
Notice this figure and is like not shooketh in the least. She's just like, come here, kid. I'm gonna grab my infant and take it out here to where that thing is, and then try to take a picture of it.
investigate as things continued to get
It's pretty
creepier.
nonchalant behavior
This
from somebody who
terrifying
has,
situation
one,
would
a
have
home
me
invader,
moving out of that house
to
immediately. But is this a genuine
ghost.
haunting or just a well-made hoax?
So look, if this is, I'm assuming this is the room that they're looking out into, right? So that means that this thing was up here. This is probably like I don't know. There's got to be something that they could have put for it to stand, like lean up from that top corner, right? Because they're like, we have to make it believable. It has to be from the top corner. It can't just be peeking out from anywhere, because then it could be anything, right? So we got to make it look like it's supernatural by coming out of the top corner, which is very good. And you know, as always, if they're not faking it, then I'm sorry. Holy shit. But
Number 4. Paranormal investigators Jeff and Phil returned to investigate a place known as
it's good effort
the
though.
Wheelhouse.
Ooh.
Dating back to 1885.
I think I saw the other
once used for a
clip of this. There was like a dark man shadow with a hat, like the Hat Man was in
later
it.
transformed into the pottery business that it is.
May not be the
today.
same guys, may not be the same place.
The owners have experienced bizarre, unexplainable things inside for the last 30 years. And now the Ghost Tech team has returned in hopes of catching even more proof of the entities inside.
The lady that wanders here that leaves the smell of a fragrance, a perfume. What was that, Phil?
I heard a knock, a little
I heard knocking.
tap tap,
Did you hear knocking?
I don't know.
or like something falling, like a rubber ball, like bouncing once and then, you know. That's good EVP
As I am
or
talking about
audio
the spirit of a
capture.
lady that wanders the wheelhouse, I hear knocking come from nearby. Here is the audio enhanced. The lady that wanders here that leaves the smell of a fragrance, a perfume.
Mm-hmm.
What was that, Phil?
What was that, Phil?
I heard knocking.
I heard knocking.
Almost immediately,
Not mocking
into
your
an
accent,
EVP
just
session,
practicing
the
mine.
sound of knocking was heard nearby, and not long after, Jeff heard something else that sent chills down his spine.
And this went on for a fair amount of time until after the war, when they decided that they were going to go back to what they knew best, and that was shop fitting. Now, one of the directors was a chap called George
Hold on,
Pohltergeist.
Phil.
Was there chatter? Just like some little chatter in the background?
Yes.
Or like a shh? I feel like I heard a shh or like some like distant chatter for a second.
I heard a voice.
Her voices.
Something to do with
Okay, so it was
Yankees?
talking. Yankees?
I heard it as clear as anything, and I was looking at you. I thought it was you, and it
Damn colonizers.
As Phil is speaking about the World War II company Parnell Limited, I clearly hear a voice that mentions the word Yankees. I then realise that it is not Phil, and on the replay of our audio, there is indeed a man's voice who is saying, "The Yankees are here."
Until after the war, when they decided that they were going to go back to what they knew best, and that was shop fitting. That was shop fitting.
A chilling, disembodied male voice was caught. This low, raspy voice did not belong to
That is very clear. That's like one of the most clearest EVPs ever, and I feel like these guys are pretty trustworthy. And that's a very, like a 80-year-old, like type shit. That's crazy.
Jeff or Phil.
That's crazy.
And considering they were the only two people on the property at the time, this voice is unexplainable. The duo continued trying to make contact when something let them know it was nearby.
Someone's walking.
I heard something then.
His eyes look freaky in the night vision. But yeah, there was definitely footsteps. Pretty fast too.
From the other side of the
Brother talks so slow, we heard the footsteps.
Someone's walking.
The clear sound of footsteps came from somewhere in the room.
And see, this is the stuff that makes me wonder about ghosts, because like I believe that ghosts kind of are some sort of weird quantum phenomenon thing, that where in certain times in reality our time interlaps with the other time of a different universe that might not be completely in sync with our time, so it's a little bit behind and we're a little bit forward, so we get like a glimpse of like a different universe at a different time, just like sporadically. But that's like footsteps. So for the footsteps to actually be heard, if it is something like that, that would mean that either the sound is traveling through quantumly, or the weight of the spirit, if you want to call it that, which it wouldn't really be a spirit, it would just be a living being in an alternate time. And then would it be their weight being quantumly overlapped with ours, and that's what's making the creak? Or would it be the creak is coming through and we're hearing that, and that's the only thing? You know, I don't know, it's weird.
This sound is unmistakable, as both men noticed it immediately. Later on into the night, these sounds and voices amazingly continued to come through.
But they survived, whereas the occupants of the houses that went away the other direction, I heard you then.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
Pottery moving again.
Yeah.
I like how he said,
But
I heard you.
what I was
Oh,
gonna say was it illustrates
hello.
the
A ghostly voice saying hello was captured on the digital
Where they're
recorder,
getting the most
clearly
evidence.
sounding like a spirit trying to communicate with the investigators. But little did they know that they were about to record their best EVP to date.
What was your role? What did you do? How did you help?
That's like a lot of talking.
Was that Jeff?
That was a lot of talking. That was a lot.
Jesus. Hold on a sec, Phil.
This is great. This is
I come from
because I believe these
a
guys.
woman's voice.
Like, I do believe these guys.
A woman's voice, something to do with factory outside. That's part of what I heard. It made me jump.
Yeah, I heard a woman's voice, so I couldn't tell what they were saying.
A disembodied voice of a lady responds, which comes from the human that feel up.
Let's hear the replay, bud.
How did you help?
Help. Help.
A female voice came through, clear as day, in response to Phil. This unnerving voice made Jeff jump as he was able to hear it with his own ears. Well, after the investigation came to a close and they later reviewed their footage, they discovered that they may have caught the being this voice belonged to.
And then that's the thing that kind of throws a wrench into my theory, because when you get ghosts that actually respond in real time, then that kind of is hard to explain by what I thought, what my explanations, unless there's multiple kinds. Maybe there's two different sets of things that can happen. Who knows? We don't know.
Before the investigation commenced at the wheelhouse, we had set up a static cam to run for 6 hours, and during the production of this episode, when the camera was reviewed, we had captured a shadow figure moving from right to left. No one had access to the building as we had the keys, and every window was sealed so no light would contaminate any evidence. Here is the original footage of the figure, followed by the footage with enhancements.
So from right to left. Yeah, oh, there it is. And there it goes. It's gone. Yeah. I mean, that's a person height shadow. There it goes. Right across. About as tall as the last shelf on top of the card holder there.
A dark, transparent figure walked directly in front of the camera. This being moved across the room from right to left, and despite being extremely faint, its dark outline can clearly be seen. These solid pieces of evidence have left the Ghost Tech team 100%
And it walked
certain
straight
that the real house
towards
is
that
haunted.
guy where he was at, standing
Number
right there.
5.
Yeah, I'd say
Back
it's
in 2020,
pretty damn
A
haunted.
TikTok user named Fernando was working the night shift at
Peaceful
a train
ghosts,
yard. Accompanied by a few coworkers, he luckily wasn't alone for what was about to be a terrifying night. Late into the night, he began to record a few videos to help pass the time, but it wasn't until later that he noticed something chilling in one of his videos.
Oh, hi. That's freaky. So my boy just records.
As he walked past the train, it looked as if someone was standing inside. An eerie pale figure stood and stared out the window of the train. According to Fernando, this train was empty and locked for the night, so there definitely should not have been anyone inside.
Should not have
This
been.
terrifying video just taught me that now I also need to be afraid of trains at night.
Here's the thing though, man. People will find a way to stay on something. You know, they'll hide. Just because you searched it and cleared it doesn't mean that you searched every nook and cranny. I'm sure they've figured out some place to hide where you don't look.
Great.
That was pretty clearly just like a person.
TikTok user Maddie Bark began noticing strange things happening in her home not long after doing an investigation at a cemetery. She believes something dark followed her home and is now doing everything it can to get her attention.
That's why you don't
On an
fuck
almost
around in
daily
cemeteries.
basis, she began spotting a faint figure standing outside
This
her
also
home.
kind of throws a wrench.
Well,
So
one
like there's
night,
got to be
this
something
figure
that's
presented itself right
present.
outside her front door.
I'm not like a full-fledged believer, but it's pretty good evidence, you know. As for like residuals, yes. Intelligent hauntings are, I don't know how you explain that shit. Like I said.
Maggie? Maggie? Oh my god. Maggie? What? Oh my god. Did he just move? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god.
So there's just something sitting there. It's like a person with a beard,
Oh my god.
long hair.
Did he just move? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Is he up there? Do you see anything? No, I don't see anything.
Don't open the door. Don't go out there. What are you doing? You ain't got a gun? Get a gun. Where's the gun at? Get it.
It looked like it turned and walked away. The only place it could have gone is through this.
Through. Yeah, that's true. It did kind of just walk through the fence.
A pale white figure can be seen through the glass of her front door. This ominous figure stared into the house before turning to the side and fading away into the darkness. Maddie
Looks like-
quickly opened the door to
Looks like those memes of Joe Biden with the AI generated mullet.
confront the creeper, but no one was there. Strangely enough,
Look at it. You just put sunglasses on it.
this figure walked to the right and disappeared. But this porch has a
You can even
guardrail
see the
that
split
would've
where his
blocked
shoulder
the
is, where the
person.
mullet kind of leans on the
What
front a little
exactly
bit
was
and
on
then
her
goes on the
porch
back.
that night?
Like, watch it. Oh,
Number
it went
7.
away. Alright. This should be the last
From the
video, I
Urbex
think.
Hill YouTube channel recently
Urbex
set
Hill,
up a camera
Chris.
to record
It's my boy.
overnight in a local cemetery. He wasn't sure what, if anything.
I respect the shit out of Chris because he goes strapped. Some of y'all people go out to these places like bare ass naked pretty much. And there's no telling, like, you gotta be prepared to defend yourself. If not from people, from like mountain lions and bobcats and shit. I don't know where you live or where you're from, but you gotta protect yourself when you're by yourself out in abandoned places. Come on now, it's common sense. This is why people go missing and don't turn up, because they do stupid shit like this and they don't go strapped up like my boy Chris from Urbex Hill.
He might catch. But later on, as he sifted through hours of footage, something strange caught his eye.
What do we got here? I don't know if I'm seeing something or not. I don't know. I saw some shadows. Maybe. You gonna slow it down and expose it for me? Yeah, okay. From the bottom of the tree trunk up to the second floor window.
In front of the building, what looks like an apparition can be seen. This misty black mass emerged from behind the tree.
That's like a
quickly flew upwards,
Jersey Devil or something.
But as it ascended towards the second-story window, it quickly vanished into thin air. After reviewing this footage, I think it's safe to say that this was definitely not a person.
That is
but if
Reptile
not, then
from
what was
Mortal
lurking
Kombat.
in the cemetery that night?
It looks like it stops. Look, look.
But if not, then what was lurking in the...
Alright, so it goes over, it goes right there, and then it just kind of like blends in right here. I don't know, this is crazy.
Make sure to follow me on Instagram to hear more from your boy. As always, if you enjoy these creepy videos, then make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to see more videos like this.
As always, like and subscribe. Fearsome Top 5. Like and subscribe to me. Like this video, share this video, turn on the notifications, do all the stuff you gotta do, you know. Yes, that was pretty good. I think there was a lot of good evidence in this one. It was actually not a complete and total disappointment like most videos are. I think we had 7 clips and at least 3 of them were good. The last one at the end, I like those. It's always good when you catch something not directly in front of the camera because it adds to the credibility. And that dude is credible AF because his whole thing is supposed to be urban exploring, not necessarily ghost hunting. So whenever he catches something, it's pretty much guaranteed to be spontaneous, which is what you want. But yeah, good video. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.